back, everyone. This is Super Kelly Brothers Podcast, episode 298 for the 11th of May, 2025. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
Good evening. Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to another show. The BAFTAs are currently underway, and through careful planning, I forgot about mentioning it last week. So we'll quickly run through who we think are going to win big. This is the TV awards that are happening right now. Don't change the channel. There's no point. You're watching us now. And let's just go through who we think should win. So, leading actress. In fact, do you know what? I'll bring it up because it'll be quicker for you to read it than it will for me to say it out. Let me just present the screen here. Can you see that? Can you see that there?
Yes, dear.
Right, who do you think is going to win?
Oh, I need my glasses. Hold on.
Oh my god. Right, I'm going to put Billie Piper for Scoop because I thought she was really good in Scoop, and that's
Scoop was good. I like that too.
Yep.
There was two versions of that. The Scoop
one,
and the Prime had a version of it as well.
Yeah, that wasn't as good. Leading actor: David Tennant, Gary Oldman, Lenny James, Martin Freeman, Richard Gadd, or Toby Jones.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a horrible category. If you're in that category, I'm so sorry for you.
That's tough to do that. I'll go Rivals because I loved it.
Right. And I'm going to go Gary Oldman, but I've got a funny feeling that Richard Gadd might win. So I'm going to put a small X there.
Yep.
Supporting actor
as well?
Sure.
Can I go Martin Freeman? I thought he was good in that.
You're going to do that? Look, I actually had the cursor over it. Because we were talking about that a lot. Supporting actor Aryan Bakari from Mr. Loverman, Christopher Chung for Slow Horses, Damien Lewis for Wolf Hall, Jonathan Pryce Slow Horses, and McKinley Belcher. I'm going to say David Chung because he's brilliant. I really like his character.
You just go Slow Horses all the way.
Yep.
I'm going to go Eric the McKinley Belcher. The third.
What?
The last one.
Oh, right. Oh, that guy there. Right.
Aye.
Supporting actress, Jessica Gunningham for Baby Reindeer, Catherine Parkinson, Maxine Peake, Monica Dolan, Nava Mao, and Sue Johnson. I mean, I'm just going to go straight with Jessica because she was fantastic in Baby Reindeer.
I think
especially when you've seen the Piers Morgan interview.
Yeah.
Drama. I don't know any of these. I don't know.
I don't either actually. We'll just need to guess. I don't know any of them.
I'm gonna go Supercell.
Sounds cool, but I'll go different. I don't know. Wolf Hall.
It's getting good reviews, that. And then limited drama is Baby Reindeer, Lost Boys and Fairies, Mr. Bates in the Post Office, and One Day. That's a tough category as well with Mr. Bates in the Post Office and Baby Reindeer.
What's Lost Boys and Fairies?
I don't know.
That sounds quite interesting.
Well,
from a certain point of view. or dodgy. Depends how you look at it. Cut that bit out.
We'll do that bit
again. One Day, don't know. I'll go Baby Reindeer. Oh no, I'll go Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. That was surprisingly good. Surprisingly interesting, considering it was a bit, some sort of post office scandal.
So now that that's done, what we should maybe come do is at the end of the show, which is at 9:00. I think that's when it finishes, or maybe it's going on until. Does it go until 11? I don't know when it goes.
It'll not be finished when we finish. But some of the categories we might get during the show.
Well,
how exciting! How exciting!
Exactly.
It's the kind of world we live in.
A live show. Let's do a live show. Let's make it easy for Sloan to edit.
Correct.
But anyway, yeah. So how was your week? Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Fantastic weekend. We've had the weather came out for us as well today.
Really, and yesterday.
Yeah. We felt as if we're on bloody holiday.
I know.
Magic. It's lovely.
I know.
Aye. Yourself, did you get out and about?
We,
Sunbathing?
yes, bizarrely.
Sexy beastish.
Yeah, I had the old sun cream on.
Your budgie smugglers on?
I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what the reference is.
Oh, you're joking.
I know. It's one of these movies I'm going, I need to watch that, and then I never get around to watching it. We accidentally went to a barbecue yesterday, so we were handing back my sister-in-law's car that we've been using, and so
some would say stolen.
Well, I did a mini valet on it. Well, I didn't do a mini valet on it. I paid some guys to do a mini valet on it. So we're sitting in the waiting room waiting for the car to get ready, and my phone blew up. There was like 20 messages on my phone. I'm like, what is this all from? It's like, barbecue today. Do you want to come to a barbecue? And all from the last half an hour. I'm like, well, I mean, we were going to Julie's anyway, so it's like, oh, we'll go that way. So we ended up going to a barbecue yesterday, which was very nice.
Julie's.
And so we at Julie's, and so yeah, it was excellent. Food was great. Company was great.
She probably did that. She probably did that to ensure that you brought the car back.
Well, we were talking about bringing it back this weekend, but not.
We'll stick a barbecue on. Make sure he comes. He loves a barbecue.
like those smoke fingers that lead from apple pies.
The Bristol Kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like the bit in the Big Lebowski when he's just float. He's like
with the bowling ball. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was me
soaring into a barbecue. Yeah.
And then on the way back home, we did a wee kind of mini pub crawl as well, which was very nice.
Oh, very nice.
We walked. Cool. So we had no car, so we got the train back and then walked up the road.
In that case, you're going to be, because it's the Helensburgh Beer Festival next weekend.
Gin and Beer Festival, yeah.
And we're going to be gin and beer, something for
gin and beer,
the ladies. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to be a good guide then next week for the pubs.
Well, Apple Maps will be my good guide for the pubs. I've had one tip that there's a cracking bar,
right.
and I can't remember the name of it, but I know what it is.
Brilliant.
I know what road it's on. It's not the Henry Bell, although we will probably be stopping in the Henry Bell. But the Henry Bells is the Spoons.
Anyway, guys, Super Kelly Brothers, Helensburgh next week.
On the move.
See you there. on the road. Road trip.
Road trip with much more drinking this time because we don't have a car.
Exactly.
Because we didn't do any last time. Shall we crack on and talk tea?
Yes.
Well, Thunderbolts. You've seen it. I've seen it.
We've both seen it. Stay tuned for a review later on. Jody said he liked it last week, but he didn't go into any detail because I was going to go and see it on Tuesday. We're going to go in deep.
So it's getting to 300 million global box office, which is okay.
Yeah, that's a shame, isn't it? Because Marvel have ended on a high, really, but quality-wise, movie-wise, quality-wise, without getting into what we're talking about later on, but they've ended on a high, and it's a shame that they've still not quite hit the heights there in the box office,
So apparently, your man James Gunn wanted to do this movie. This is how old Thunderbolts has been. The actual movie of Thunderbolts.
Oh, really?
The idea of doing a movie around those characters, the Thunderbolts themselves, and he said, "Oh well." Kevin Feige said, "Oh, we'll see how well Guardians of the Galaxy does," which of course was like huge success. But by that point, he was then in demand, and it was like, well, we need to do a Guardians 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then it became Guardians 3, and then, of course, then Thunderbolts were forgotten.
DC poached them.
And then DC poached them. So I'm wondering if the reason why he did the Suicide Squad again is like a kind of answer to that.
Yeah, definitely, because it's very much the DC Marvel's version of Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Talk about it just now. I mean, we might as well. people.
Well, I suppose
May as well. I mean, it's Jody. It's our podcast. We do what we want. It's not some guy going, "Oh no, don't talk about in this segment."
Wait a minute. No, we're not to talk about it. No, looking. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was a great ending to the phase, which has been pretty ropey. The characters in it, the humour in it, everything really clicked with me. The really the plot was really really good and sort of very clippy. An unusual villain. The setup for the villain was really good as well. I love villains and Marvel are good at doing that. Villains that don't really know they're villains because they think they're doing the right thing for them, but
yes,
in the bigger picture, obviously it's not.
Yeah,
that's why they're villains. So he's kind of in that kind of vein. I just thought it was a terrific film. Everything about it. Who directed that movie? Was it MD with Significance?
What are you, Cyril? Who are you?
Yeah, but
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think that the whole ensemble was fantastic and it really worked. Really enjoyed it. 8 out of 10, I would say, for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's your man. He directed Beef and Paper Towns.
Beef, the Netflix series.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
What else did he do? Yeah, he did something else. I was like, oh, right, he did that. That was it. He directed a Justin Bieber video. No, it wasn't that. It was something else. I can't remember what it was.
He's not done anything significant then until now.
Skeleton Crew. He's did an episode of Skeleton Crew as well.
Right, okay. So he's not done a movie.
So he's not done a movie kind of thing. But what I liked about it was very much that kind of found family. That kind of that Marvel, the original reason Marvel used to do, the Fantastic Four was all about family and I thought it was very true to the ethos of Marvel. And I thought that the banter that the characters had were really good together. Like there's a bit in it where they're in the back of they're being transported somewhere, and so they'll get time to talk.
So that was good too.
And he's going, and I've got the helmet. And he goes, "Do you wear the helmet a lot?" And he's like, "Well, I like the helmet. It comes with a suit." And he's like, "No." And they're kind of like, they don't really like it. And the payoff for that is like later on.
America talking about his
exactly. Yeah. US agent.
That banter in the limo was really good. The red
limo, I was
guy.
See Bucky, they're like, "Yeah, it's Bucky."
Yeah. That was Mr. James Baker.
Hello.
Yo, James. Yo. Enjoying the Son of Hope.
I know. I wish we should do this. I should do this in the landing one time. Just with the wind.
That'd be nice.
I think get one of those wind socks things. Dead cats.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's a shame that it's not doing so well at the box office. I think because it's it's the villain. I mean, there's two villains, I guess, in the piece. There's Void and there's Val, because Val's just this almost an unreliable narrator in a way, because she's just this kind of like chaotic figure that kind of goes from crisis to crisis and just basically saves her own skin.
A great character.
She's a great character, and I don't know if anyone else could play that part better than Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah, I think the big problem though with this movie is there's nothing. Well, although spoilers if you've not seen it, but it's not a spoiler now because they've called it the New Avengers. So
it's called the New Avengers. That was the. Well, they've released billboards and it's got
that was the asterisk. The New Avengers.
Yeah,
but it's the end of a phase for Marvel. You're going on to the next phase, so I think people have kind of petered out before this point now with this phase of Marvel, and everyone's like, well, this one's just going to be as crap as the last one, or not. I don't mean crap, but as average as the last one was, the Captain America one. And it's not. It's very much above average. Marvel. On the upper end, I mean, like I say, 8 out of 10 for me. I thought it was a cracking movie. But I think people have definitely checked out now from this phase of Marvel, and the new phase with obviously one of the post credit scenes, we got a bit of Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four is going to kick off the new phase with a bang. I hope.
Yeah. Because so phase 5, this is the end of phase 5 that we're talking about here. So Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is basically Tron Legacy.
So was that was it some of the TV series one. Phase 5, or was you just talking movies?
It's 5? just MCU films.
Okay.
Phase 5. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which was
absolutely perfect,
a swan song to his time at Marvel.
Absolutely
brilliant. The Marvels, which was okay.
It was okay. I didn't mind it. You know, it's some really funny, and I mean funny as in odd, weird. That dance routine thing was like,
what the dance routine was a bit weird because that's kind of how they communicated, and it was like, I feel like this is just like shoehorned in.
It was getting into the kind of silly Taika humor,
that kind of stuff. Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was also part of MCU, which was it's a cracker. Still one of my favorite lines is who's your voice coach? The Minions. I love that line. Captain America: Brave New World. Ooh.
Yeah,
that crash.
It was boring. It was a nothing.
You were met on Thunderbolts,
James. How dare you,
James? What about but family? It's a Fantastic Four type, coming together and all that kind of stuff. They're all happy and everything like that. I thought Florence Pugh obviously carries the movie because she's the main person in the group.
She's brilliant. I think
she's fantastic, and I think she genuinely loves that character. I think it comes across on screen anyway that she really likes it.
Jim says, "Don't think people want to watch DP versus W anymore. Deadpool versus Wolverine anymore. Why?
No.
Why not?
I liked it.
Has it been?
Faith is shut. I bet she is. Did Faith like Thunderbolts?
Shocked that I bet if Faith liked it.
Yeah.
It must have been a bad day for you, James. Because
go watch it again. James, you watched it wrong.
James, you're wrong. We're right. Okay. Yeah. Let's have tell me to F off.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Oh dear. Fair enough. There you go. Faith loved it.
Yeah, exactly, because it's a good movie.
Yeah.
We went to see it in the Clydebank Mega Dome cinema they've got there. And it's a great cinema to go and see things, and it's very comfy. It's got a wee table that you bring in and all that kind of stuff. It's like you're sitting in an airline seat with recliner things on it. So that helped as well. Because when I went to see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it was the Odeon in Escape or whatever it's called now. And it was like sitting on, those benches that you sat on at PE at school? Those wooden ones. It was like that.
Yeah.
It was not comfortable.
That's not my cinema, that at all.
No. Oh, because you've got a decent Odeon, haven't you, that you go to? You go to the Kilmarnock one, haven't you?
It's good. It is good, actually, yeah. But we've also got Silverburn up the road as well.
Okay.
And then we've got Air. We've quite spoiled, actually. We've got the Air.
Oh, you get the wee one in Air as well.
Like £6 for a ticket. You can't complain at that.
The old Odeon. And there's one in Helensburgh as well. It's a wee cinema in Helensburgh.
Have you got a wee cinema?
It's a wee tiny, like a community hall type cinema.
Huh.
But
that's pretty good.
At Christmas they played It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh wow! You're lapping that up.
Oh well, I was.
They do these outdoor cinema experiences as well during the summer, I think.
Do they?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, is it during the summer? That wouldn't be a good idea, would it? Projection.
I was just thinking, just all the
plate.
midges. You just be sitting there in a field with where the midges live.
It's true, actually. Getting eaten alive. Yeah.
Just sitting there and all you beside you.
I remember we went to see Meet the Millers. You took us to a drive-in.
Aye, drive-in. Yeah, drive-in movie theatre. Yeah.
That was good.
That's a great movie as well.
It's a great movie. It's brilliant.
No regrets, not one layer.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It's a fantastic movie, and the bit where he does his don't go chasing waterfalls, willpower.
Oh, fantastic! Brilliant film.
Anyway, drive-in. I missed drive-in theaters. Drive-in theaters are great. Don't get rid of the drive-in theaters. There, I said it. They're perfect on a summer's evening, especially where we lived, because it was nice and warm. You could put the windows open, or you could sit in the back of the pickup truck or whatever and sit that way. Anyway, Batman Part 3.
Before you say this, Part 2. But anyway, before you say this, James has got a query.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to change the subject slightly. Do you think after Andor, a Bothan spy show could get commissioned? We've not seen any Bothans yet, so...
Many Bothans have died to bring us this text, James, thanks.
And by the way, the Bothan thing was for the second Death Star.
Death Star, yeah. Death Star Part 2.
So, are we going to see Bothans this time?
Apparently, I was actually reading up on this. Oh my god, I feel such a geek now. What happened was that Palpatine found out that that the Bothans were involved in stealing the Death Star plans too. So he basically got rid of a whole bunch of them on the planet, and that's why many Bothans died to bring us the Death Star plans, because they got
Yeah, because well, just as we're on the subject now that James has steered us onto it, the last 3 episodes we're going to get from Andor are going to be is it a month? Is it like a month before the Rogue One events or something?
So next year marks the 10th anniversary of Rogue One, and what they're going to do is they're going to mash together 3 episodes of Andor and play that at the start of Rogue One.
Apparently. What do you mean?
Like that's the A movie or the B movie, I guess. Is the B movie is the mashup, and then they're going to do like a...
Oh, you mean when they're... Are they going to re-release?
They're re-releasing Rogue One for the 10th anniversary,
and those last episodes in the cinema.
I think so. I think that's the plan. Together? Yeah,
that's interesting. Never heard that one. Why didn't you say that in this story?
Because there was the BAFTAs, and I panicked.
It's interesting.
Let me see if I can find it.
Really?
Yeah. Cinema release.
James, I agree. Wow.
Is
that true or just a rumor?
No,
I've not read that anywhere.
Where is it? Okay, now I can't find it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Did you dream this?
No, I didn't. No. Hold on a minute. Let me go for Rogue One Andor.
Because the last 3 episodes are going to work right into the beginning of Rogue One.
Yes,
and then obviously in the same way that Rogue One, worked right into the start of A New Hope.
Yeah,
so that's the sort of idea, which is really nice. Somebody said so. Andor season 1, Andor season 2, then the original trilogy's Andor season 3. I think that's pushing it a little bit. Do you know?
Well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't find it. Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter. We believe you, don't we?
Okay. Well, I swear I saw it somewhere.
Okay.
Now I can't find it. And now I've lost my train of thought.
Anyway, slim jump that. So that's fine.
And also
if that happens, you're the first.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the point. Is they're going to take? I read it was like they're going to take 3 episodes and put them together as as one movie. So I don't know how they're going to do and then put that in the front of
Sloan,
Rogue One.
if that's true,
Yeah.
I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. I'll be there.
So
I will be there for that. If that's
also
true.
in talking about Andor, the last 2 episodes of the series of Andor, I've got a 9.8 rating on IMDb, straight into the top 10.
Brilliant.
I used to think this was the best Star Wars on television. Now I just think it's just the best television.
Yeah. It's edge of the seat stuff, and I'm fully expecting this last 3 episodes to be
the escape scene, and this is what I was talking about as well. I keep saying this, but like I know the characters I'm looking at on screen make it through to Rogue One. I know that, but every time something happens in that show, it's like I'm paying for my full seat, but I'm only going to use the edge of it. It's just like everything is like it's like I'm like, oh, run, like it's just hyper. It's just pushing the barriers. Anyway, it also almost had a horror movie. They were going to do an Alien episode as one of the episodes of Andor, but they killed the idea of it and decided what they were going to do was what they were originally going to do was the origin story of K2SO was going to be they have to get this freighter thing, and there's a K2SO on board it, and then it was basically going to stalk the crew that you bring.
Well, the comic book version of how Cassian met K2SO is different, obviously, to the way that he met in the TV
There's
series.
a headcanon reason about that, and they actually play into it in the show. And I don't want to go into spoilers, but basically he says that mission's going to get wiped, and it's going to be Gold Squadron that brings Mon Mothma to Dantooine.
That's nice.
And so basically, what people are thinking is that the headcanon is, that's the story that we tell people.
Yeah,
but
I like it.
In actual fact, this is what really this is how he really did get it, is because he went to Gorman and did all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last week. The fact that Star Wars is the sort of flashbang version of the story, whereas Andor is the actual
what actually happened in the event, the
historic set in stone. What happened?
It was basically like they came in, but Leia and the crew came in at the end and went ta-da. When in actual fact, it was all Luthen and his spy network and Mon Mothma and her money and all that kind of stuff that was actually the proper rebellion stuff.
Because the winners always tell the historic facts, or their version of history.
Exactly. Yeah. Remember, the victors are always heroes.
The goodies always win.
Goodies always win. Victors are always heroes. Isn't that right, Colin Bomber Harris?
Is that enough for design pet?
No. There was a link there to. No, it's Colin Bomber Harris is. Well, no, Bomber was the big guy played by Pat Roach.
That's right. Who was in Indiana Jones?
Bomber. Kept on talking about himself in the third person.
He fought Indiana Jones, and
he was in Indiana Jones.
All 3 movies, I think. Yeah. He played a guy.
He played at least 2 characters
in the fight scene.
He was also he wore a turban in the bar fight as well. In the Himalayas.
And then he was in Mola Ram's mines as well. He's a big lad that fought Indiana Jones as well.
The big thuggy guard.
That's right. Yep. Thuggies.
Aye.
We're digressing like hell here. What's the next story?
Digressing like hell, yeah. Bandersnatch is gone. Forget about it. Didn't exist.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Now, am I right in saying that Netflix held on to Bandersnatch, but without the choices? Or
we tried to do it the other day there. Because Sam said, "Oh no, Bandersnatch is still there," and I said, "Yeah, but when you go to it, it tells you there's a warning, and you can't play it. You've got to play it on a mobile device." So if you go to it on a normal TV or like a Roku box or whatever, it just says, "Oh, you can't play on this device. You can play it on like an iPad or something, but you can't play it on this device."
Right.
They've removed that now, so basically, there's no more Bandersnatch. That 2018, it was 2018, by the way, that came out.
Was it? Well,
yeah, I know.
Why have they pulled that? The rest of Black Mirror's up there. That's weird.
They are moving on to different technology, so I guess they're just going to like pull that ability from whatever streaming app they've got or whatever,
or something.
Because they're moving on to other things.
Do you remember Ryan Reynolds was attached to a dragon? Remember the dragon? Well, you remember
Dirk Gently.
Yeah. Dirk, the daring.
Mm-hmm. Dirk Gently.
The Dragon's Lair video game from 1983. Ryan Reynolds was going to make a movie of that, and it was going to be like a kind of Bandersnatch type thing.
All right, okay.
They were going to do that to it. So I wonder if they're still moving. Apparently, they're still moving on with it, a live action version, but
oh, really?
Maybe not
not with Ryan Reynolds.
Well, Ryan Reynolds really wants to do it, and he's right. He's the right age and all that.
Yeah. Same bone structure as well as Dirk Daring.
I'd love to. My God, I would love to see a live action thing of that. I'd love it. I'd love it. Yeah.
Even a cartoon version of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. A live action would be cool, though.
Yeah. GTA 6. Do you want to show the? Should we show the trailer for the GTA?
Might as well, mate. Might as well.
Well, we're here anyway.
This is the kind of we're not giving you. It's been delayed, but here's a trailer to tease the hell out of you. Danny is off the wall, like
throw me a freaking bone here, people.
Correct. I'm like,
and so they threw us this thing. Somebody was talking about the power lines. The power lines are connected to substations, and the substations are connected to those other big pylon-y things. So does that mean? Oh wow, that is a Dodge Ram truck there. Yeah, so does that mean they're connected to something? Well, this guy's like, if this is so detailed, does that mean that if you short out power from over here, you can like that would be like a mission thing? Is that you short out power there? I don't know.
No, surely not.
Look how detailed this is.
I know. They're talking about the bubbles in the beer there as well. You can see the bubbles.
Oh, really? Look at that.
No, it's nuts. The graphics are crazy good. Did you hear the rumor as well why it might be delayed?
No.
Because of the Switch 2. Potentially a port.
Of this?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a minute. Not a chance.
My guess is it's too big. Like these GTA 5 had a whole bunch of stuff in it, like mini games and all that kind of stuff. You go golfing and play darts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they obviously want to make these things bigger and better as they go along. So who knows what they're going to put inside? Maybe that'll be a mini game, is that picking up rubbish by the side of the road? Who knows?
Well, like look at the last big one was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah,
that game was massive, and the detail in that was the weather stuff, the mud. You could see the footprints, and man, that was nuts. That game. So this is going to be like probably 10 times that. I'm imagining. So it just looks nuts, man. Just incredible. There's Alistair chipping in. It looks graphically insane. It certainly does. Do you think games are getting too big? I mean, what is this now? Is this 10 years that we know of in development, or thereabouts?
Thereabouts, I mean, who knows when they've actually been working on it? I mean, it could just be that they've been.
I'd imagine
they've been working full out on Red Dead 2 or something, and then they've been working silently in the background with this, and then they've ramped up production.
I would imagine that they would have started straight away from when they finished 5, they would have just started with 6. Do you not think?
No.
Oh, really? I know
No.
you're on the inside because you worked for Rockstar.
I did, yeah.
For
no, they didn't. No,
a wee while.
They moved immediately. Moved immediately to Red Dead 2.
Right. Okay. It's not like that. They don't have.
It's not like that. No.
Right, okay.
There's no multiple. There's multiple teams, and they'll be working on like pre-visualizations for stuff, and like that's how generally. I'm not sure if like Ubisoft works that way. I think they work more kind of like they kind of bid for jobs internally, but Rockstar is quite a single unit, if you like. Right. It's not working on multiple projects at any one time. It's either working on GTA or it's working on Red Dead. And
so would they be doing some sort of pre-production sort of design while people are maybe there's artists background doing concept stuff.
I mean, there's probably like people now researching some other stories about the Old West for Red Dead 3 or something. If Red
people
Dead
are shooting out for Red Dead 3 as well, remember?
Yeah. But it takes you got to mobilize the entire company to build these engines because, as you said, they're so huge. Like, and they're so detailed, and they've got so much in them, not just graphically, but also like the actual things that you can do with it. Not to mention like everything has been networked now, so you got to have like network play, which means you have to have content for those things as well. As soon as the rubber hits the road, and you have to have the missions as well, the solo missions as well. So the ones that you run by yourself. So like it's a huge, big undertaking to do that. And there's not that many people work for Rockstar.
It blows my mind because it's really a world. It's a world that you're built. I know it's like world building and stuff, but it is you're living in a real working world.
Yeah.
That if you throw down a bottle somewhere and then you drive about and you come back, the bottle's still lying there, type thing. It's like, if you shoot an arrow in Red Dead Redemption, you can pick it up an hour later, you kill your horse or your horse dies or whatever. I'm saying you kill your horse. I had to kill my horse in Red Dead Redemption once because I ran it into the ground in a tunnel, in a train tunnel. That was a sad moment for me. It stayed with me for quite a long time. So sad. Anyway, what a great
game. So it's getting delayed May next year. Apparently, so we've got to wait another calendar year whips around to 2026.
It just looks.
It looks phenomenal. Will I be playing it? No. I never played Red Dead 2. Never played GTA. I bought GTA 5, but I never got a chance to play it. Because the games are too big, and it's just a waste of money. Because I'm not going to get
too big for us.
If you're not a teenager, you're not going to get the time to do these things. And
I get excited about it because Daniel will be 14 when it comes out, and he's going. Well, I don't know if I'll say this online, but I'm going to anyway. But 14-year-olds play these games, So
I've been told.
Yeah, my son won't be playing it, obviously.
Aye, exactly, yeah.
But I remember we did let him play the last one online, but with the sound down, so that all he was doing was like,
just driving around.
Him and his pal were just driving around doing stunts and things like that, and then introduce different things to it and stuff.
Yeah.
It was funny watching the two of them playing it. But he'll be 14, so who knows?
Probably he is worse than the schoolyard, Jody.
Absolutely, yeah. Mm-hmm. Talking about robberies and things like that.
That's right. Aye.
Drug deals. Yeah.
School. Good news for fans of the studio. It's been renewed for season 2. All 15 of us that watched it loved it.
Nice one. I'll watch it once I get Apple back. I haven't got Apple back yet, but I will.
Yeah. I mean, I'll sing this from the studio feels much more like a documentary than it does a comedy, and it's very cringy, and I love every minute of it. And it's only on for half an hour, and it's a great half an hour though. He goes to an awards ceremony this week. I'll talk about it when I do the TV stuff.
I think we were going to talk about Batman 2, though.
Yes, that was 14 stories ago, but well remembered. So Batman 2.
We're going to, weren't we?
No, we didn't know. Matt Reeves apparently
has
to step aside for.
Sorry, I'm doing the comments here. So apparently GTA is going to be released on the anniversary of one of the actors in the series who passed away. So there you
go. I didn't know.
Believe it when we see it.
Yeah.
That's a nice wee tribute.
On other sad news, Matt Reeves is going to have to step away for personal reasons.
Yes, I've heard this, and I don't know. Yeah, something happened in his life.
So whatever's happened, hope things work out. And,
I think he's still on board as producer and screenwriter, but yeah, he stepped away as director. Just a shame, obviously for him, because obviously, God knows, God don't know. Hope it's nothing really bad, but I think as long as his hands are on it in some way, it should be okay if we get a good director that
I mean, the Penguin was a great show.
Yes, and he was producing it and
he was producing it
and all that. Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully he's set everything up enough that people can just run with it and then go in that direction.
Yeah. Well, it worked
and
for that. So
he gets and he or whoever it is that's in his immediate family.
Yeah.
There's no reason get better or whatever it is that the issue is, or it gets resolved.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, ironically, the same thing happened to Zack Snyder. Remember?
I was thinking that. This is what I thought when I read this article as well. Yeah, his
Justice League
daughter, wasn't it?
His daughter took her life. Awful. So hopefully it's nothing. It's obviously bad enough that he's stepped away. From a certain capacity, but
But well, wish you all the best, Matt, you and your family.
Absolutely great. By the way, super consistent director.
Oh, absolutely.
Those Planet of the Apes movies are fantastic, and even the one there that he wasn't involved in as well, was brilliant as well. That's on Disney Plus, I think. You can see it on there.
It's all 20th century. I think it's all they're all on there, aren't they? Yeah, I think they're all Fox.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
really good.
Did you want to take a break before we do what you're watching?
I think I will.
Right. Let's pause the show just now, and we'll be back in just a few seconds.
Don't go away.
Don't go away. So what are you watching? It helps you if you unmute the mic, Sloan.
I was in mute as well.
We'll edit that bit out.
That's fine.
If you're listening to the podcast, you don't know what we're talking about because we edited that bit out.
What?
I don't know. What are you watching?
Diamond Heist.
What's that?
Three-parter. All about thieves stealing a diamond from the Millennium Dome.
Seems to be you say.
The Millennium Dome. Sorry.
Oh, that made it worse.
Produced by Guy Ritchie.
Oh.
What the hell is this guy? This guy. Now, come on, Guy. We spoke. What was it last week? We spoke about the amount of movies.
He was being spread far too thin. He was being spread like a Lurpak.
Producing brilliant documentaries. It's fantastic. You should watch it.
What's a documentary?
It's a 3-part documentary about these crooks that have got this. It's on Netflix.
It is not.
It is. Why?
Because you always say it's on Netflix.
I know. No, it is. It is.
All right. I'm looking it up.
I know what things are on. That's on Netflix. Anyway, the other thing I watched was The Chef's Table, which follows different chefs that have kind of their growth into superstardom, and it's Jamie Oliver, how he got lucky when he was
very lucky.
He did get very lucky.
The James Corden of chefs.
He's used his luck to
ruin many a childhood.
No, he's done good stuff, you know.
Has he?
God bless him. Yeah, it was a good little documentary. I've not watched. I think there's 4 in total. So there's 3 other.
I don't like him, honestly. He is. I'm saying that as a joke, but he is the James Corden of chefs for me. I don't like.
No, he's not that bad, Sloan. He's not James Corden bad. Come on,
he is. I don't like him.
I don't like Gordon Ramsay's the James Corden of chefs.
No, Gordon's adorable. He's lovely. He's a soft kitten.
Wanker.
He's Scottish.
He's bloody English. Anyway, he was born in Scotland, but that doesn't mean you're Scottish.
Well, no, he grew up in England, which is why he's
turned his back to Scotland.
He's back to Scotland.
Anyway, I don't like Gordon Ramsay. Gold and Greed. Fenn's Gold. You watch that?
No.
It's on Netflix.
What's it called?
Gold and Greed. It's really good.
Gold and Greed.
Watched really good stuff this week, actually.
Is there a www.spinwhatamIwatchingnow.com where you just go and you just hit the random thing and then it just automatically plays on Netflix for you? Is that what happens?
No.
What's going on here? What's this called? Golden Showers?
Gold and Greed.
Gold and Greed.
Fenn's Gold, I think, or something. Anyway, this is all about this guy that wrote a book. This old fella, he wrote this book.
I've seen this.
It's a poem, but the poem is clues to this,
treasure.
Box of treasure that is buried somewhere in, in America. Turns out it was Yellowstone. Spoilers. It's not really a spoiler. And I'll not say any more spoilers than that, but.
It's right under the Roosevelt statue in South Dakota.
It's great because it's the kind of story of all the people that tried to find it and things like that, and did they find it? Yes, somebody did. So it'd be crap. I'll tell you what, though, it'd be crap if you watched that show and nobody found it. That would have been crap. So yeah. But there's a twist. There is a twist. There is a twist at the end. By the way,
there's always a twist at the end.
It's not just one of us found it. There's a definite twist. Really good, brilliant. I think it's 4 parts. It's brilliant. And then we watched the Big Lebowski movie, which I don't remember.
You're Lebowski. Oh, yeah, there's a wee bit with when the daughter.
There's more than
comes
that.
in with the paint and thing.
There's more than that. And I'm like, don't remember all that. But anyway, but still good. I think I was the only one that enjoyed it though. Again, but
I love that movie.
It's so quotable, but I think that's maybe part of its charm.
Call me, the dude.
El Duderino.
El Duderino. The whole brevity thing.
Yeah, brilliant.
All hail his mighty dudeness.
I heard rumours that it was maybe in talks of doing a sequel, but I don't know if that's true.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not sure. Not sure about that one.
The Big Lebowski 30 years later.
Yeah, he's maybe too old for it now. Eh? What age is he now? In his 60s? Late 60s?
Maybe early 70s.
Oh, early 70s?
Hey, sorry, how old is Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges is 75 years old.
75.
Bloody hell.
John Goodman's still alive. Steve Buscemi's still alive.
Yep.
So, well, his character isn't, obviously.
Spoilers, he dies at the end.
You're out of your league, Donnie.
Oh, shut the F up, Donnie. Yep. Anyway, that's mine.
Dios mío. Me and Liam, we're going to screw you guys up. Oh, I love that movie. Woo!
Yeah. And I kind of watched bits and bobs as well. I'm still doing the Internet movie, TV series.
We started watching the first episode of that.
Uh-huh.
And I said to Anne-Marie, I said, "Did you want to continue watching that?" And she went, "Yeah." So that is praise indeed. It's a good show. Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. It's a bit slow, I would say, but
all these things are, I suppose.
But it's all going to tie together nicely, I think.
I was getting kind of Tales from the Loop vibes from it from the first episode,
which is not a good thing.
It's not. No, that's exactly what I was thinking as well. I was like, I don't know, man.
I was getting those vibes as well, actually, because it's a bit kind of
slow. Looks kind of similar as well. Like the art style is quite similar.
Yeah, the second episode's a little bit similar to the first as well. It's like, okay,
another card game.
I think there's 8 episodes in total.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm on the 4th or something. So halfway through.
Yeah,
I'm still watching it, so I must be enjoying it.
You watching The Last of Us still?
Last of Us we watched, of course. Yep. Really enjoyed it. I was quite surprised.
I had the opposite. I thought that episode could have been an email.
Oh, did you not enjoy it? No.
At this point, like, I don't think you can have filler episodes if you're only doing 6 episodes, 7 episodes, whatever
Joel's
it is.
Dead. Taps
a
out.
Season. Well, yeah.
Spoilers.
If Pedro's not playing, I'm not playing.
This has just been me spoiling everything up to this point.
It's my ball and I'm going home.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like they were fine. I quite liked the kind of the bit that they have in the cinema where she puts the gun on her and all that kind of stuff. That was good. The bit where they're kind of laughing and joking, they were doing the take on me bit. That was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But none of that really moved the story along. It was only to the bit where it was like, oh, we heard Abby's name mentioned over the walkie-talkie right at the end. And it's like, the other stuff was just being chased by zombies. Okay,
I've got a mini, say minis, taller than me now, but I've got a director's commentary. Oh, that's not like the game. That's not. It's like, the game was different than that. Oh, David
phones me up and tells me it wasn't like that. It just diverges completely from it. I'm watching a TV show.
That's what I always say as well. It's the same as a book. A book is not a film. A film is not a book.
It's not.
Totally different things. So,
and some of them do it better than the other ones do it.
Yeah,
and Ready Player One is not the same as the book. Completely not the same as the book.
Not at all.
But there's no way I enjoyed the book. I loved it. Sorry, I loved the book. I loved the movie. but there's no way you could do the film as the book. The book as a
TV
film. 'Cause
series.
it's just,
The TV series.
but even then, there's a bit in it where he has to do the entirety of the war games, like beat
That's right,
for beat
movie.
and it's like there's no way you'd be able to do that, and nobody would sit through that.
No,
you just fast forward through it.
Yeah. Well, did you read the second book?
No, I haven't yet. No,
that's even more so. It's like what do you call that director that did Ferris Bueller's Day Off and all that?
John Hughes.
There's
a lot of John Hughes mentions in that as well.
But they go through like a kind of full. I think it's Pretty in Pink. I can't remember what movie it is, but it's like very heavy on that side of things, in the movies.
Yeah. Because a lot of it was like video game stuff. Like you had to go and play Joust and things in the book, which I loved because I'm like, oh, this is great because it's like you got to go and you get the egg and then because it's an Easter egg and it's kind of funny because you got eggs and Joust and things.
Yep.
There's another one where he's got to go to like a planet where it's nothing but rush stuff. Like all of this stuff couldn't be done in the movies.
I found the second one to be less game heavy and more movie heavy.
Right.
Unless I'm misremembering it, but I remember it being much more.
No, the first one's definitely more
John Hughes stuff,
game 80s stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. What else have you watched?
Yeah. All right. I started watching Long Way Home, which is started up again on Apple TV.
Yep.
So this is Charlie Berman and his pal, some Scottish guy. He played this beardy
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor, or Mac, as his friends in America call him.
What do they?
Apparently, yeah. Even though he's a Mick, but anyway. We love you. Some of you. It starts off quite fast, actually. It's the first episode is like, so we're going to do this long way thing again. So let's get on your bikes and ride. It's pretty much that as fast as that. It's like by the end of the first one, they're on the road. So I think it's just more kind of get them as quickly. I quite like the bike building and the sort of building the. I liked all that kind of stuff.
I love all that stuff. I take it's not electric bikes this time.
No, so all right, okay. Now here's something that made me feel really old. So Ewan McGregor comes on and goes like, so what I thought I would do is he said, first of all, he said, hello there. He said, the first thing I thought I would do is I would get a bike that was 50 years old, because one of the classic ones that I knew when I was growing up. And I was thinking to myself, all right, so a bike from the 1950s. So I picked up this one from 1975. I fell off the chair.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? That is old.
50 years old.
You're even older.
I know, but my point is that
he's older than you.
In my mind, I'm thinking 50 years ago was 1950. But it isn't.
Let's see the doctor.
Oh, well. I'm going tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
All right, fine.
Anyway, everything's fine. It's fine.
Thank God for that.
It's fine. No, post-op.
Oh, sorry, post-op. Aye.
So
that's not what I meant. Anyway.
Anyway, so Long Way Home started again. I watched it last night at like 12 in my usual 12 o'clock last night, and then immediately started browsing the Belstaff website.
Oh God.
Get a jacket. I need it. Do you know what? I need a rain jacket. I'm justifying it.
Just dress up like a biker and folk will think you've got them.
That's what I'm saying is if I get a Belstaff. So there's a pub just around the corner that's favoured with bikers. I'll just dress up in a Belstaff and just walk in.
Do that. I'll get it. It's fine.
Just walking behind them, take the gloves off. And going, whoa, that was a belter. That. See, when I was just coming around the corner there, that
helmet on the bar.
Exactly. Slamming it down.
Slam your helmet on the bar.
And then walk home.
Painful. And then walk home.
I could use that helmet.
But no.
Watching the studio, he goes to an award ceremony, which is kind of in my mind as well about the award ceremonies. And it's brilliant. He's trying to butter up Zoe Kravitz to get him to mention his name, and thanks to Matt at the end of it, and it doesn't go well. It's just it's the worst thing that could possibly happens. Mobland is still good. It's on Paramount Plus. Another Guy Ritchie thing.
Yeah.
So this is a stellar cast. So you get Paddy Considine, who's in is it Constantine or Constantine? There's a D in there. Constantine.
Yeah.
Considine, Paddy Considine, or Paddy Considine. Tom Hardy is brilliant in it. He plays the fixer guy. Pierce Brosnan is brilliant in it. Helen Mirren's brilliant in it. And then they've got a cast of like lesser, further down people, and they're all brilliant as well.
Brilliant.
It's fantastic. It's such a good show.
To watch that. I need to watch it. I think it's
you got Paramount Plus. You got Paramount Plus.
Yeah, Evelyn's blasting Yellowstone and 18 whatever it is.
1923. It's the
1823.
There's 1928. There's
anyway, all the spin-offs,
all the Yellowstone stuff. Yeah.
Aye, she's doing all that just now. Yeah, so I can't get an edge in.
Aye. I forgot one more thing.
Columbo.
I was watching Columbo. That's him right there.
When are they going to... Listen, I know we spoke about this before, but when
Mark
Ruffalo play Columbo in a reboot movie? Come on, guys.
I mean, look, they've rebooted Matlock with Kathy Griffin. Not Kathy Griffin. God, that would be the worst thing to do. Her. With Kathy Bates, who's doing a great
Kathy
job.
Burke. Kathy Bates. Kathy Burke from bloody...
I was teasing.
Harry Enfield time. Yeah. No. Be good as well, actually. I'd enjoy that.
I am having a
fag.
That says banned in America now. And Andor, which is the best thing on television TV sets right now. Why is no one watching it?
Fantastic. I mean, we were holding our breath at episode 8, and then we're both like, oh man, we've still got one more to go. So yeah. And then obviously this last lot of episodes. Will we see Vader? Will we? I don't know if we will. I hope we do.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care either. But when I'm watching it, that's when I'm like that kind of way. I'm like, we're gonna see someday, But I don't care really. But if we do it, a bonus.
Yeah, I don't mind not seeing the original trilogy for once. Yeah. It's kind of nice the fact that they're not there. To be honest, if anybody's watching and they don't want this spoiled, it's probably a good time to drop off. But the Cyril Karn storyline ended exactly abruptly how I thought it should end. Yeah. Not exactly how I thought it should end, but I would have been disappointed if he'd been like promoted.
Yeah, people were complaining. People were complaining the way that he died, but at the same time, his story arc was exactly that. It was just a nothing.
He was nothing.
It was nothing. And he was one of these casualties of war that really,
But
he thought he had more,
clout
than he did. The fact it was that the episode that we watched when he's in the recruiting the young lad and saying how great this is to work in an office, and what, I can't remember the exact what he said.
Onboarding.
The onboarding thing.
Onboarding of him.
And the pride that he had in doing that, it was just
But again, that wasn't his speech. That was the guy that did the speech the previous season. That was his speech. And all he did was just learn it. And then exactly. And that the last line that he hears is, "Who are you?"
I know.
And it means so much. Is that he means no one to Andor, and he means no one to the Empire. He
Absolutely.
is no one. Who
Exactly.
are you?
Yeah, you're right.
And it's just it's this perfect thing where it's just this. It's this guy was nobody, and he thought he was somebody, and he was just a cog. Like he was just useless in all of this. Sorry, he was a useful idiot. I think that's what they would call him.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you what, he was one of the most interesting characters that we've had
in
Star Wars ever.
And
he did nothing.
A fantastic story arc as well of this guy is that he just kept on loving the promotions and loving all this kind of stuff. And he was just
it was that moment as well when he shuddered and he was like, "Can I just say that this is the best moment of my life?"
Oh, I know.
Some really small, silly.
Padagas says something there as well. He says, "Oh, that they're full of bravado, but they're so stupid or something." And he says, "Oh, it's amazing how those two things go together."
Yeah, yeah.
In other words, you are so full of bravado, but you're also so stupid.
Yeah.
It just such.
Brilliant.
I loved it. It's a great art. Like we know that we don't see any of these characters in Rogue One, so we don't really know what happens to them. But I love that, and the fact that the guy that shot him was the guy that was calling for peaceful protests was just another kind of cherry on top as well. Also,
I actually think we forget the fact that we get the whole Mon Mothma.
The whole rescue of Mon Mothma. But here's the thing: is I was thinking about this as well about the stormtroopers. The stormtroopers in Andor are much more accurate than they are in Star Wars.
Yeah,
like mainline Star Wars, and I know why. Because it goes back to the histories written by the victors. Those guys couldn't even shoot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because even in the original show, in the original movies, Obi-Wan says those are two well thought out for sand people. Those blasters are made by stormtroopers. Too accurate. They're made by stormtroopers. And it's a kind of little slip behind the curtain. So this is what I love about this kind of like Andor headcanon that's going on, is that we're getting the proper rebellion as well as the movie, the bedtime story rebellion as well. I think and the best bit is the two of them can live together. That's the nice thing.
Absolutely.
Is the fact you don't need to separate them.
Absolutely. And the fact is as well, if the Empire were that crap and couldn't hit a barn door, they would never have got as powerful as they did. So clearly, we're seeing the truth here. And you're right. They both exist, and they're both brilliant.
Yeah.
And we love Star Wars all the more for it.
Yeah. But having said that, though, if Tony Gilroy does not win awards next year for his writing, I will be writing a very strongly worded letter.
I tell you what,
whatever board it is.
I'll tell you what as well, that acting in this show has been absolutely amazing. The casting, it's just, we keep going on about it, but it's so true. It's just terrific. It's brilliant, and I love all the kind of even the rebellion. They don't. Well, they're not the rebellion yet, but Mon Mothma doesn't really trust Luthen, anymore.
Yeah,
all that stuff, and I love all that kind of little minutiae of kind of intrigue, and it's just great. I love it.
But the attention to detail as well, like they got in French actors and actresses to play the parts of the Gorman, because their accents would sound better with the words that they were given, like with the the language that they were given, the Gore language that they were given. That is just it's so good. Like it's that level of detail. It just and the kind of knowledge as well about the state of the Empire at that point in the history of Star Wars, and all I wanted was a secret army, and it just got it in spades. It's fantastic.
All I want is a steelbook Blu-ray of Andor 1 and 2. That's what I want.
That'd be nice as well.
The first one is out in steelbook Blu-ray, but it's bloody expensive.
It's like £80 or something. I think I looked at it last time.
Yeah. In fact, I got Obi-Wan, the series on Blu-ray, but it was a Chinese. I don't know if it's a knockoff, but it's a very good product. And it's got Chinese subtitles all the way through it. But I thought it's worth buying these things, just to have.
Would you care to hazard a guess as to what the price for a Andor Steelbook 4K Ultra HD region-free Blu-ray is?
80 quid?
No. So this is on Amazon. £499.99.
No, it's not. It's not that much.
Says.
You can get it for cheaper than that. You can get it for 80 quid or something. It's expensive, but I don't think you can get them anywhere. I think they're all sold out. I think that's why they're possibly that expensive.
Maybe,
but,
yeah.
They're sold out everywhere.
Currently unavailable.
Yeah, you can't get them, and you could never get them. I mean, I've looked in HMV and things like that, and you just can't get them there.
Can I give these ones away?
Can I give them away? No.
Maybe in the back of a box of Wheaties.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think we'll let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching us do this and talking us down and making sure we're not being fools of ourselves and clearing things up.
Comments, guys, as well.
Yeah, thank you. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the old like button and share. And it helps the channel out. Commenting as well is also fantastic as well. So that's why we appreciate that. And if you want timely reminders when we put something new up, then don't forget to hit the old share button and notification bell. And YouTube will work its algos and go and let you know when we put something new up, which is currently every Sundays at 8 p.m. on UK time. And also Thursdays at 8 p.m. we have an Andor watch party, which you're all invited to. Just bring your copy of Andor season 2, which we're on episode 4 next week, which is the start of the second trilogy.
Yeah,
in the show. So we're taking the long road. Yeah, the long way round.
The long road. We've watched them all. We're all up to date watching them, but commentary wise, we're doing the watch along. Weekly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so thanks, guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Why is it not playing the intro?